So people were looking at what I call Oppenheimer, and we start with a song. There's an army rising. Oh, there's an army rising. Oh, to break every chain, to break every chain, to break every chain. I know this is the season of the Barbies and the Oppenheimers. And of course, Oppenheimer is about the development of nuclear weapons. And there are lots of lessons to be learned, not just in terms of watching the movie, but from current events. But let's go to scripture first. Judges chapter 4, verse 3. Then the Israelites cried out to the Lord because Jabin had 900 chariots of iron and he had actually oppressed the Israelites for 20 years. The scriptures make a particular note of the fact that he had 900 uh, chariots of iron, which enabled him to conquer the Israelites. Of course, we know for Israel to be conquered, they must have offended the Lord, and the Lord would then allow the enemy to overcome them. But taking that particular note of the chariots of iron shows that that was formidable weapons that Jabin had. Of course, God was able to deliver the Israelites, but we know, particularly if you look at the nuclear weapons, it's always been a deterrent. People will not invade your country. So when you see an African country give up its nuclear weapons, I don't know what it is that they're thinking. A lot of the uranium is coming from Niger, from Namibia, from Africa, but it's being used to develop nuclear weapons and even uh, power supply in other countries. Are we even thinking, if there are problems in the West and they decide to invade, do we have any way of protecting ourselves? Do we have any kind of deterrence? So as you watch Oppenheimer and we look at this scripture, we know that God is the ultimate defense, but we also need to be people that are, being on the lookout for ourselves so that we don't become, susceptible to those kinds of recolonization and, people invading, So this is part of what we must learn from this podcast and from, the film that is making waves